Hello everyone! Last time, we studied about various conditions, sizes, locations, distances from the sun, etc. that allow me to be here. Isn't it amazing that I am in a perfect and exquisite position in the huge universe? My system is more precise and detailed than you can imagine. Whew! It is not easy to create favorable conditions for everyone to live in. However, there is more needed than the conditions we have now. Do you know how many dangers lurk in this beautiful universe? Let me tell you what they are. Did you imagine an alien? Beep. Invisible, but various energies and radiation that are deadly to living things are flying all over the universe. This powerful radiation is pouring down from space every day. This kind of radiation is called space radiation. They are flying non-stop. This is why people wear a spacesuit when they go to space. It is to protect them from the dangers of space radiation. It is not just space radiation. The solar wind is also very scary. The surface of the sun is about 6,000 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the atmosphere around it is 1 million degrees Celsius. And this hot atmosphere expands and bursts out of the sun. This is the solar wind. The solar wind blows at a rate of 1 million tons per second and flies through space at a speed of 400 kilometers per second. It is much faster than sound. Sometimes, it blows at 1,000 kilometers per second. Can you imagine that? The hot and fast solar wind is composed of powerful radioactive particles with high energy. That is why it is a great threat to the planets in the solar system, including me. But don't worry, I have some protective gear around me. The secret weapon is... ta-da! It is the magnetic field. Let me explain the magnetic field. There is a force between the two poles of a magnet, and it is called magnetic force. The space around a magnet where its magnetic force is felt is called a magnetic field. When you sprinkle iron powder on a bar magnet, you can see iron powder in a line on the end of the magnet. These are called magnetic field lines. Similar lines of magnetic field are around me, and they extend up to 65,000 kilometers in the air. It is a very, very huge magnetic field. It surrounds me, so it is called the Earth's magnetic field. It is so big and powerful that it cannot be compared to a spacesuit. Surrounded by a magnetic field, it looks like I'm protected in a huge bubble, right? This reliable shield protects me from space radiation and the solar wind. Occasionally, you can see how the Earth's magnetic field works. Wow, isn't it beautiful? Yes, it is the Aurora. Ironically, the Aurora, which creates a fantastic scene, like a colorful moving curtain, is a phenomenon where the Earth's magnetic field blocks the attack of space radiation and the solar wind. Most of the solar particles collide with the Earth's magnetic field and are thrown back into space. But a tiny fraction of it penetrates the magnetic gap between the North and the South Pole and collides with the Earth's atmosphere, creating the Aurora. A beautiful and mysterious movement of light that colors the sky. It is proof that the Earth's magnetic field is protecting me from the attack from space. But what if there was no Earth's magnetic field to protect us? space radiation, or the solar wind must have hit us. Ugh, it's so horrible just thinking about it. It happened to my friend Mars. He has a thick atmosphere like me. The weather was warm and water flowed. At some point, his magnetic field weakened and almost disappeared, so he was exposed to the powerful solar wind. As he was hit by the high energy of the solar wind every day, his atmosphere was quickly blown into space. The atmospheric pressure gradually decreased, and the water evaporated faster, leaving the land extremely cold and dry and uninhabitable for life. As for me, if I didn't have a magnetic field, or it was weaker than it is now, the atmosphere you breathe would have already been blown into space. Then, I would have become a dry land like Mars, right? On top of that, another serious thing happened when I'm exposed to the solar wind. When high energy particles of the solar wind directly touch living things, they enter cells and cause chromosomal abnormalities, symptoms of radiation exposure, and cancer. All the electronics and appliances you use could become inoperable. The strong solar wind paralyzed more than 220,000 kilometers of the telegraph network, broke out fires, and chaos such as the operator's electric shock. The Earth's magnetic field is something that all living things need in order to sustain life. There are many different protective layers around us, allowing us to breathe, enjoy the warm sunlight, and spend time with our loving family. So, what do you think? Don't you feel protected like a baby in a mother's arms? It is hard to find a safe place anywhere else in space. The fact that you are protected like this means you are so precious. And then it hit me that, isn't it a coincidence that I exist in this place, in the middle of the universe where living things can live? And it allows you to breathe and live? Or maybe an invisible hand is protecting us.